This Friday, there's
What is going on, ladies? That was pretty loud. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is JP Pitts, your host of the Bloody Wars tournament. I am here live in LaGrange Park, Illinois, coming at you guys with a press conference. I've been pretty quiet today, or I shouldn't say today, but this week for sure. So you guys are hearing me without, not behind the screen, but like just hearing my voice and hearing me virtually. It's always the best way to go. In person will be nice too, but you know. Oh, we got a full chat here today, folks. We got Jose in the chat. What's going on, Jose? Norbert Vale, King Cam Blackman, Michelle tuning in, and we got Damian Cordova. What's poppin', boys? Am I echoing? I mean, this is a big room. Not a bit. Yeah, it is a pretty big room. So, I mean, once you guys come down here, you should you guys will get me. So the reason why I'm giving you guys this stream today is to go over. Patrick Fafel is in the stream chat as well. What's poppin', my dude? Yeah. So let's go over some stuff and let's go over some. How should I say this? I mean, some questions and some rankings and I guess what the future is from here. So, first off, let's start off with some questions. Any questions that you guys have off the top of your head, they're going to be answered. We're going to make sure that there are unanswered questions from everybody. And we're going to make sure that these, things are getting taken care of and things are the way they are. Israel Bahian's in the stream chat. What's going on, Israel? Thank you for being here, man. It's a nice day out. Better than yesterday, as a matter of fact. And the Galloping Ghost Arcade will say so as well. And if you guys haven't been here since Tuesday or yesterday, whoa. You guys dodged a bullet on Monday. Let's just say that. So, I guess did I take videos? I did. I did take a video or something. Let me just upload it real quick so you guys can see what happened. So, before we get into Bloody Wars, let me just explain what happened yesterday and what's going on right now with Galloping Ghost. So, yesterday there was an incident. I don't know if Doc wants to explain it on Monday or whatever, but it was pretty crazy. So yesterday I opened and, normal day, just, turning on the games, making sure that every single game in here is working great. Making sure that everything's spotless, doing my normal procedures over there. And then we noticed some water coming through the ceiling a little bit. It was one part, and then it got bigger and bigger and bigger. So there was a ceiling leakage coming from the racing row, and one small little hole became a huge one. One little tiny problem became a huge one. And it kind of spread into different directions, specifically aiming towards the expansion room. And, full force was there, and it was not a pretty look. I think I do have it on video. I'm just trying to pull it up real quick. But yeah, it was not pretty at all. I went over there not too long ago today. We have updates and, They're gonna get it looked at. They're gonna get everything rearranged with the roofing and everything. But huge shout outs to everyone. The Galmigos Productions over there, it was insane. I'm trying to pull up the video. Let me, technology is difficult now these days. But yeah, Def Leppard, I gotta represent. Love that band. I will forever. It's a three-way favorite between Def Leppard, Journey, and Bon Jovi, and Guns N' Roses. If you don't know any of these bands, you're in the wrong field, folks. Let me tell you. Okay, so I just downloaded the video onto my Google Drive. I'm just going to download it from there. You guys can see what I'm talking about because it was not a pretty look. But it was ugly yesterday, and, thankfully we dodged a bullet on Sunday as well because that's when we had Third Strike on the floor, everyone coming in to, participate, and, It's insane. Let me. Did I upload it? Come on. Keep. Anyways, it's like my laptop doesn't know me already. Like, I literally just downloaded from my phone. Am I able to? All right, folks. Here's what it. Here, I'm gonna. Let me see if I can. Nope, that's not what I want to do. No, hold on. Gotta do everything all in one hand. Let me turn this mouse off because it's giving me problems. Not just a mouse, I guess. Can I Anyways, while this is, I guess this is installing. So while this is installing, let's talk about some rankings, shall we? So. Oh, Van Halen. How can you forget Van Halen? Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, so on a brighter note, let's talk about some rankings and what went on Sunday. So Sunday night was Third Strike, released from Capcom back in 1999, and it was an awesome tournament. Let me tell you guys, if you guys did not you guys missed out on a really good tournament. It went on for almost 4 hours, and it was a long night, but it was worth it. Everyone had a blast. We saw Israel Bahino walking away with third place. Second place was Augustine. And first place, a new and two-time undisputed Bloody Wars champion, Norbert Vale, capturing away that belt. And oh man, trying to create history once again, folks. And it's pretty awesome if you ask me. So I don't know why my laptop is doing that. It's weird. Hold on, let me see something. Did it stop? Nope. It is. Yeah, my laptop's freaking out, guys. So sorry in advance. All right. So I ranked the after the best way to kick off 2024. So how these rankings go, and Steven keeps always asking me, what's the criteria, or what criteria, or what do you use, or how do you determine who will get the top pick, or how do you determine who's ranked who? So there's And there's a reason why it took so long to explain that. So there's different ways, because there has to be, especially if there's if it's a big organization that's going to be going on for a long time. So it's predicted either what's your record look like, how long are you going to be there, or you're just in it for that one game. So it all depends. If you're one of those people that comes into these events, regardless of what game we have put out here, that's when we actually rank you like in the top 10 or top 15, somewhere around there. And depends on what game it is, how good at it are you, what's the record looking like, how many wins you had throughout any tournament that you've been going through. And we calculate everything, guys, depending on the best highlights, depending on, you know, how good of a power ranked contender you are. It all goes, like, whatever you put into Bloody Wars, it definitely adds up to the bracket for sure. Some people thought that, you know, it's win or loss records. It's completely different than that, folks. I don't know why my laptop decides to act up on me now. It's weird. So without further, let's look at the chat. It was a fun tournament, let's be honest. So let's go over, because we haven't figured out the rest of the top 20, but we're going to be figuring out the top 10 contenders of the Bloody Wars tournament. Now, before I get to all the top 10 contenders, I just want to give a huge shout out of an honorary. I want to give an honorary mention to Michelle Vale, capturing her first win into the Bloody Wars tournament. Her being in the tournament after Norbert Vale convinces her to be in the tournament, not only to show her first, you know, her first W, and, you know, just to support her husband, you know, capturing that win off of a Cordova is like, it's big. And obviously she's been practicing with Norbert. I'm pretty sure she has, and, you know, capturing that first win, it's amazing. So I want to give a huge honorable mention, shout out to Michelle Vale for capturing that win, and who knows, maybe something good might come out of it in the future. With that said, let us start off with number 10. You got Matthew Naja ranking off in top 10 of the Bloody Wars tournament. Matthew Naja, ladies and gentlemen, he's been he made his return from the last tournament from WWF WrestleMania. His record was good, and he got third place on both of his tournaments, and his first one was Tattoo Assassins. And, you know, awesome to see, you know, Matthew Naja every time he tries to come out here. Depending on, you know, where he's at, I felt like if he would have gotten third place off of Third Strike, it would have gotten to like top 5 or top 3 for sure. But Matthew, if you're watching, we appreciate you coming out here every time you do, whenever you get a chance. We appreciate it, man, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one or in the future ones. And then number 9, folks. Hold on, this is wrong. You got Jim Patzer, aka Jim the Hitman Hart. You know, same way, same thing. Matthew Naja, you know, coming off of third place in his last tournament was WWF WrestleMania, and, you know, His first, he got second place this time, and the same way with Power Stone, where he was at the grand finals with Norbert Vale. And WrestleMania, he went to the grand finals again, and that's where he met Izzy Cabrera, which we will get to him in a minute. Jim the Hitman Hart pulling off a 16-hit deadly combo with Bret Hart. Definitely an unbreakable combo, if you ask me, and definitely one of the hard ones that you can't escape from. And, you know, based off of... I think I know why it's echoing. Just give me a minute, folks. Oh, boy. This is...
I think I stopped the echoing. We're good. I think we're good on it. But anyways, yeah, Jim the Hitman Hart. He came in here and 16 hit combo, and you know, he's one of those guys where if there's a game that he knows, he will attend to, and he will try to get to the first place, and you know, he enjoys his games. And both tournaments that he's been in it, like, he's been in 2 tournaments where he went to the grand finals. So whatever game we put out for Bloody Wars, expect some competition with Jim Patzer if it's definitely his game. So huge shout outs to Jim Patzer. You're sitting at the number 9th spot. Hopefully we'll see you in a tournament where you'll sign up at. And then number 8. My computer's starting to calm down now. At number 8, folks, you got Samuel Cabrera coming at you guys with a number 8 spot. Samuel Cabrera, ladies and gentlemen, he came in here. He made his debut at WWF WrestleMania, and you know, started as a random with him and Izzy Cabrera, and you know, put it on the show for everyone. There was a time where I loved that match. What was it? Sam versus Sam, our very own Sam Cone. You know, showing up every time, and he has a good record too. He is sitting at 6-4 at the moment, so really good record to be on the top 10 contenders. So. And he's sitting up high in the top 10. So let's see if he's going to keep up with our other tournaments. And then number 7, you got Damien the Hype Man Cordova. I mean, let me tell you something about Damien. We saw a rematch of Tattoo Assassins with Damien versus Norbert Vale. It was a pretty good match if you ask me. And Damien is one of those guys where he's a Capcom guy. So if there's a Capcom game that he's looked into, he's gonna want to participate for sure. But no, he's been a contender for a while now. He's been coming to these events for a while now. And his first time ever stepping into Bloody Wars within that Tattoo Assassins tournament. And that was on April, and he's been here ever since. So kudos to you, Damien. You're out sitting on number 7, and I hope whenever there's a game that you have a strong suit at, you go hard, and hopefully in the future you'll get the belt, my friend. And next, at number 6, I am so sorry, Gotti. You got your former Gamer of the Year, Steven Lucas, sitting at number 6. The man that tries to claim and, you know, trying to take over trying to take over a little bit of something with Bloody Wars, and no, that's not how this works. But Steven Lucas, ladies and gentlemen, coming in here, his overall record for Third Strike was 2-2. So not bad on his performance from Steven Lucas. And I think one of his, there was a time where, if my computer can let me. My computer, okay, it's now starting to freak out again. I don't know why, but it's one of those days, folks. But come on. It's still freaking out. I don't know why. This is awesome. I think it's calm. No, it's not gonna calm down. Anyways, Stephen Lucas, ladies and gentlemen, one of the. Let me tell you, Stephen Lucas is. Oh, he's in the stream chat. What's up, Stephen? So yeah, great performance from Stephen, man. I mean, he's been coming to these tournaments for a while now, and I think he started. Was it Tattoo Assassins or Tekken 3? I'm thinking it was Tekken 3, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, Stephen Lucas, ladies and gentlemen, he's been coming to these for a while, and his main goal is to get a title, another title added to earn his spot towards the Gamer of the Year contendership. And, you know, challenges are high when you're trying to get to a fighting game belt with, you know, if there's a scorekeeping dude that's, you know, all about scores in different games such as Pac-Man and Spinal Breakers and beat 'em up, stuff like that. Those are one of the games that Stephen Lucas is really good at, and for him to try fighting games just to get that belt, I mean, props to him, really. So for those reasons, at least, so that way Stephen Lucas can be happy, everyone can be happy, no more best of 7 bullshit. Stephen is going to be sitting at number 6. After that, sitting at number 5, this is awesome. You got our very own Brandon Travis, aka King Cam Blackman. Whoa, let me tell you something, folks. After that big upset from Third Strike, you best believe he's going to be on that top ranked contendership, man. Brandon Travis, ladies and gentlemen, like, who would have thought one of our guys is going to beat a champion? And, you know, this is not the first time we've seen an upset from Brandon. Back in Tekken 3, when Damian Cordova was the number 1 contender at the time, and he eliminated Damian Cordova. So if that doesn't scream top contender, I don't know what else will. So, you know, and not only that, Brandon did put up a good fight in Third Strike. You know, took down Izzy Cabrera, try to, like, you know, make a name for herself up in the big leagues. And you know, next time you see Brandon Travis in a tournament, you know I'm gonna convince him, and make sure to expect an upset. And, you know, if you're Jose, you're gonna want to bet as much money. Hell, throw your life savings in for Brandon, because at this point, you're gonna win. He wins, we all win. Next up, at number 4, you got your former Bloody Wars champion, Israel Bahina. You know, Israel Bahina, after that Third Strike tournament, man, I don't know what else to say. Let's be honest. Israel Bahina, ladies and gentlemen, he came out of nowhere and took people's names, and he wasn't kidding when he said he was ready. He texted me before, like a day before the tournament, saying, "Oh yeah, I'm ready, JP." He wasn't playing around. And you know, we saw this one character. I can't remember his name, but you could tell it's his main, and he used his main really good. And you know, Israel Bahina, he knows what he's doing, especially if there's a fighter that has a familiarity with a game, they're going to be on top of that. And we've seen Israel Bahina take down 4 men with Mortal Kombat 1 and 2, and the history lays down from there. So, Israel, if you're watching this, we love you, man. We're not forgetting about you. We think about you every single day, and we want to see history more from you, man. And number three, folks, you got Aiden Cordova. You know, I mean, a little bit of a drop back for Aiden, but you know, he had a great fight in Third Strike. You know, it doesn't mean like it doesn't mean anything though. It's a really good ranking. We've seen Aiden Cordova put up a really good fight with Augustine, and you know, Aiden Cordova has been a huge unexpected character, man. I mean, if we're all being honest, we would think that Damien would be like the leader of the pack, which makes sense, and we would rely on the leader of the pack to take control and be the top contender of anything. But one of the left packs, folks, took over and is still dominating this contendership till this day. He has been putting on a show for a while now and taking on so many big names. And Aiden, if you're watching this, man, kudos to you. You know, actually, after the tournament, me and him played a little bit of Mortal Kombat 1. It was really close. So he's got some good weapons on his side. And if he practices a game that he's really familiar with, expect them to be top 1 or even the first Cordova to be a champion. Next up on my list, for number 2, you got DSP. Ladies and gentlemen, DSP from Brookfield, Illinois. The original owner of Dancade. And they were not joking when they said they love Street Fighters. They even create events and tournaments of Street Fighter Saturdays, ladies and gentlemen. He brought his allies, and he wasn't kidding. He brought full force into Third Strike, ladies and gentlemen. And they're ready to play. I think we've seen 5th place from DSP before Israel Bahina, and then Augustine, and then Norbert. It was a fun experience for DSP, and I know for a fact that this won't be his last one, because you know we've seen different stuff from DSP. We've seen you know, mod cabinets inside of his garage. Whatever game we pulled out, whether if it's Soul Calibur or what else. NFL Blitz even, Power Stone, Mortal Kombat, he's got everything, folks. He's got a lot of weapons in his pocket. And the fact that he even, like, took out, One Up Arcade hardware, it removed that, was, like, insane to me. Because, like, it really shocked me, because, like, for an average, noob or a beginner of arcade games, you would have expected for them to get a 1-up arcade, and you know, it's not original arcade hardware. It's more of like it's not original. You're not gonna get the best juice from a game rather than an original, the OG, and I feel like that's what DSP is leaning into, especially if he's got the Street Fighter 6 game. So, in some ways, they're a little bit different with Third Strike games. I'm pretty sure if we bring out another Street Fighter game, expect him to be on top 10 once again. And now, last but not least, your number one contender for the Bloody Wars tournament. For the first time ever, folks, I am doing this. This is my first time doing this with the number one contender, or should I say, number one contenders. Your number one contenders, folks. You got Izzy Cabrera tied with Augustin Ordonez. Oh my God, folks! I can't even. I can't. I can't even make this I can't even figure it out myself. Izzy Cabrera and Augustin Ordonez are the first members to be tied in the first number one contendership. So let's backtrack on the Third Strike tournament. Made his debut with we thought it was just another contender, making his debut and trying out the game. He was part of the DSP Ally, and little kids making their names, like taking on different names and experienced contenders, beating up with Norbert Vale. It's insane, folks. Augustine put up a hell of a fight, and who did he take up with? Who was it? He was with Norbert Vale at one point. Got eliminated, not eliminated, but he went back to the loser section, worked his way up from the loser section all the way to grand finals once again. And oh wow, look at this. It's Street Fighter Saturday popping into the stream chat. I'm assuming that's DSP. What's going on? But yes, folks. And then Izzy Cabrera. I mean, you got to give respect to the man. He had some heart. He did try to practice Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and after that undefeated win at WWF WrestleMania, he could just take the home and be like that one dude from Team GGA and be like, I just came here for this, and then just walked away with the belt. But he didn't, folks. He walked away with the belt and he brought it back to Street Fighter 3. One of the games that he's not familiar with. And let's be honest, for his first run on Third Strike and his first run as a champion, it was pretty good for his run. So huge shout outs to Izzy Cabrera, and note this, folks, every time someone loses the belt, they go automatically straight to number one. So Izzy's sitting at number one, and I just can't ignore Augustine, man. Like, he is a phenom. Like, he is an icon when it comes to Third Strike towards Bloody Wars. Like, especially towards his generation and his group of age, it is going to be insane once he goes to the actual big leagues. So huge shout outs to Augustine. I still have that second place prize. I know you had school the next day, so it makes sense. We'll send it over to him, and yeah, I can't wait to see what you do, Augustine. And then, of course, your champion top ranked spot goes to Norbert Vale. Do I even need to give an explanation? Do I even need to do that? Seriously, do I even need to do that? Sure, why not? Norbert Vale, 2-time Bloody Wars champion. Shout outs to him too. Why not? Good seeing you, Norbert. I'm glad you're on the stream too. And we'll be seeing him in the next tournament. Of course, whatever game is going to be there, he's going to be there. And speaking of the next game, let's talk about that for a minute. Okay, after that Street Fighter Third Strike tournament, Monday came, and preparing for the big day, letting everyone know on the spot what the date is for the next Bloody Wars tournament, because they gotta come back after what happened in Third Strike. They gotta come back, and they're gonna want more. So on that day of Monday, I've released the date of February 14th. That was the date. And the next Bloody Wars game that I've picked out was NFL Blitz 99. So let's talk about that while we're over here, because I think that's like the big reason why everyone's up here. Like, they're thinking, oh yeah, hey, JP, NFL Blitz. What the fuck? I think I'm allowed to curse, right? It's YouTube, whatever. They're probably gonna suspend me or whatever, but whatever. What's going on? So let's talk about it. Super Bowl weekend, and I love some football. If you guys don't know me already, and showing the support of what a good sport it is, and at the same time, I mean, who doesn't love NFL Blitz? So, going back into the feedback, the texts, and the stuff that I got. Let's go over that. So, I did put in some thought, and let's be honest with everyone. NFL Blitz, it's a really good game. To those that haven't come to the Galloping Ghost Arcade first, or if it's their first time and they're thinking about coming over here, I highly suggest you go to NFL Blitz, one of my personal favorites. And, with that said, I thought to myself, it would be nice, to have NFL Blitz as a tournament come back, because it was a growing tournament back then at GGA. We just need to King Cam Blackness saying that's not PG. You know what, King? Nothing is PG in this life. I don't think. Nothing is PG. YouTube just needs to learn that a little bit more. So yeah. It just, we need to bring, in my opinion, I love me some football. I know all of you do. Well, to the football fans, you love some football too. So I get where people might come up to me and say, yeah, JP, you're going off brand, bud. What are you doing? And, me and Brandon and the crew talked about this a little bit. That was one of our suggestions, not NFL Blitz in general, but oddballers. And clearly, after that response, it looks like it didn't work. By the way, this is Brandon's idea, so yeah, I'm blaming this on him. Brandon, I'm blaming this on you. So yeah, so that was our plan, and obviously, so at the same time, I really love NFL Blitz. So with that being said, I, JP Pitts, have decided to still keep the NFL Blitz 99 tournament idea alive. With that said, I would like to keep the NFL Blitz into a tournament on that same month of February, just not associated with Bloody Wars. So, JP Pitts hosting an NFL Blitz 999 that's not associated with Bloody Wars, because we don't want to go off brand again. And you know what? Let me tell you a story, folks. I think I think this was like a year ago today, actually, yesterday, where I have announced the Bloody Wars tournament game after January 7th last year, and it was an off-brand game. I'm not gonna mention the game because I'm not gonna get in trouble this time. But anyways, yeah. So I did it on that day, and then I threw another oddballer with NFL Blitz after January 7th, a third strike. So that's kind of crazy how how that's happening, but we all got it figured out. We're on the same page. So yeah, so an actual Bloody Wars tournament is gonna be on March this time. We're only JP is only gonna be doing an NFL Blitz tournament, and it's just a side tournament. No Bloody War. You know, the Bloody Wars tournament can actually sponsor this JP Pitts NFL Blitz 99 tournament, so that could be going on. But you know, the original next Bloody Wars tournament of episode number 9 is going to be on March. And then people are going to be asking, oh great JP, we've got the date figured out. Well, what's going to be the next game? Because, you know, I don't want to screw that up this time, so I definitely got to give you guys like a good game, right? Oh, I think it stopped freaking. Yes, it stopped freaking out. Yes, my computer officially stopped freaking out, so I can actually see what the hell is going on. So, I'm looking over here, and let's see how many people are in the chat. I think we got a huge crowd, folks. We got 8 people coming up here so far. So, yeah. And no, Jose, it's not Tetris. So, okay. Let's go back to what happened yesterday. So, yeah, yesterday it was pretty scary. And it's still, if you go to Galloping Ghost today, or possibly tomorrow, it's going to look like the same. It's going to look like the same way that it did yesterday and today. Because it sucks. So, yeah. If you guys are just tuning in, so before I started the Bloody Wars recap, I was talking about the Galloping Ghost Arcade and how it was, something happened on Tuesday. So, Tuesday morning, I opened up at the Galloping Ghost Arcade. I did my opening procedures, and you know, it was, everything was normal. So, everything looked fine. Until I looked over the Shady, he asked for help. And there was water coming in through the ceilings in the middle of the racing row. So it was just that one spot on the ceiling just pouring in. So had to think fast, grab some buckets, garbage cans, whatever, just to catch all the water and stuff. So, you know, bad weather yesterday. It was pretty terrible, if you ask me. So it continued, not just from that one section, but through other sections of the arcade, and it's pretty bad. So let me show you this footage. I think I can pull it up now. Can I? Yeah, so let me show you what it looks like right now. My bad. I did not mean to do that. Let me go to studio mode, folks. Am I in studio mode? No. Okay. Yeah, that it kind of like yeah. So Steven, I just caught your chat. Kind of like what happened last year at pinball during Christmas, but it was in multiple. It was in multiple areas this time. It's not just that one spot. It was in multiple areas, and it was not pretty. I'm trying to. Oh boy, it's not acting up on me. I guess it's just OBS wouldn't let me scroll. Hold on, give me a minute, folks. Alright, we're back. Just trying to pull up the footage for you guys so you can actually see this. Alright. Oh, okay. Alright, I figured out a way to like, okay. Yeah, it's not, so King is not really much of a pipe burst, it's more of a roof leakage, if you will. So, alright, here it is. And here's the footage. Yeah, so that happened yesterday. Got over Crazy Taxi as well. So yeah, that's what happened yesterday. And it was not pretty. So, I mean, thankfully, you know, Full Force came and it took down whatever it needed to take down, and you know, we're just glad that nothing got damaged. That was the good thing. And yeah, everyone was safe. And it's still open. The Galloping Ghost is still open. So, you know, scary situation, but no, nothing got damaged. And yeah, no foes. Yeah, I know, Brandon's so rough, but yeah, no, nothing got damaged, Steven. Thank God. And to recap on what happened yesterday. So, yeah, to recap what happened on yesterday, where if you guys have not been on Discord, definitely go on the Discord server at the Bloody Wars tournament. So, hey guys, who wants to see a phone? Who wants to hear Brandon Travis through a phone call right here on stream? Who wants to see that? Let me know in the chat. But anyways, so if you guys have a stream, so if you guys haven't been on Discord, definitely go on Discord now. I'm probably gonna put it in the description below. So yeah, so there was some stuff about, you know, debates and arguments and whatever, trying to plead their case or whatever. Let me make this clear. I am not, whenever someone's trying to like plead their case, I am not shutting anybody up. I'm not shutting anybody up. So there was a section on Discord where if you have any complaints and if you want your opinions to be known, there is a ticket server into the Discord thing. So we have that available for the contenders. We're not shutting you guys up. There's a way to get your point across. And, you know, we want to create this Bloody Wars Discord server a positive environment for newcomers and experienced contenders as well. So, you know, if there's something that I'm doing wrong or if the staff is doing wrong, please let us know. There are stuff. There's always a way to reach out to me or to reach out to anybody. And, there's a source for you. So that's my way of that's my way of explaining what's going on yesterday, I guess. Let's see. Call him, I would. Oh boy. Oh, Brandon, do you really need to do this? I'm scared, my dude. I don't know. Well, we'll see. I guess that's 3 out of 0. Okay. Hold on. As long as you don't break the feed, right? Yeah, let's not curse anymore, because I feel like I would need to transfer from YouTube to something else, and that would not be good. I'm trying to create like an environment where I can like put Bloody Wars as a TV show. If I can do that, shit, we'd be unstoppable. We were already in a TV show already, so we need to be back on it, but us creating entertainment for y'all in the TV show. Well, I mean, TV's slowly dying down. So, I guess Netflix, Hulu, or whatever. Yeah, we could be on the Bloody Wars tournament on Netflix. Tune in on Netflix, folks. And you can... Nah, I'm not gonna say it. So yeah. So that's what's going on, and then... Yeah, we are open to hear what your thoughts are. How do you feel about what we're doing? There's always a way to get your thoughts out. We're not shutting you up about it, so yeah. You know what? Screw it. Brandon, call me. Why not? Why not, Brandon? I'll be waiting. I will be waiting. There. My message has been sent. Brandon, let's hear it. I'm calling you out. I am calling you out. Anyways, on that note, it's always great to hear from so many different people. And, you got it. Uh-oh. You guys ready to hear Brandon? Let's hear it from the one and only Brandon Travis, aka Kim Blackman. Wait, before you say anything, I gotta say this first.
Okay. Yeah.
Hold on. Before you say anything, I gotta say this first. What's up, King?
Oh, not much. Not much. Can the stream lovelies hear me?
I think so. Hey, folks, can you guys hear Brandon?
I'm watching the stream at home.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Okay. So, am I good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, first thing I want to say is hello to all of you lovelies. I know things have been a little wacky right now with Bloody Wars, but the reason why I wanted to call Josh vocally from home is because, as you guys all know, my actual job is a barista, and when I work for any job or any tournament or anything, one of the things I care about is performance. But one of the things I also care about is, the change of progress when, it comes to making an event and always putting my voice in my input. So, it was, and I'm not ashamed to say it, it was my idea to start the Oddballs for Bloody Wars, and I will not be ashamed to say that we had this conversation in a group meeting. I was like, hey Josh, I'm glad you're picking great games. You're picking Third Strike, you're picking Tekken 3 was a great show, and all this other stuff. But, I said in the thing, I was like, hey, we've got something great going on. But, with everything in regards to, like, friendly really quick? He might listen to that.
No, I had to let my dog. I had to let my dog out because he was just in the middle of
Yeah,
like.
they started wondering what was up there.
No, I just saw that.
But anyway, getting back to my point on, I wanted to explain to you guys why I started picking, I threw Josh the oddballs. So, here's the thing, folks. When this tournament started, let's all remember, how far we have gotten as a tournament. So has anybody noticed the improvement, first of all, of this tournament? So we all started using cameras to record the game. And now has anybody realized the big improvement with Tom letting us use direct capture and all of that? Well, again, and again, they have that technology to do that. And it's a great thing for Bloody Wars. It's a really great thing for Bloody Wars, and I think that's probably the happiest. The fact that Doc and Tom are letting, Josh borrow that equipment is very cool. So when I mentioned that, we got this, I mentioned all the time, like, Josh, isn't it great we have direct capture? Isn't it great that we have this upgrade and they're letting us use this technology? Right, Josh?
No, you're right. Go ahead.
And, again, that's when I started thinking, hey, Monday Mystery all the time. Not using Monday Mystery games that they get on the fly, but we have all these games to pick from. We have all these things that uses that direct capture software, and it can make Bloody Wars look so much more presentable and so much more nicer. And, that's why, again, I was like, hey, we got something here. Let's not lose it. Now, again, I told Josh, I was like, hey, in the meeting, I was like, hey, Josh, let's start switching it up a little bit. Let's start doing games that are outside the fighting genre a little bit. Which, yes, Josh did pick NFL Flip, and again, that is something outside of the range. But again, it's a great, and I don't get me wrong, as somebody who used to love football and watch it while drawing sketches on my sketchbook, yeah, I like football too. I'll back Josh up on it. But I didn't the reaction that it got, and it was a lot. But all I'm just gonna say is I'm glad Josh. Well, the first thing, Josh, I want to tell you before I continue is I think you made the very excellent move of making that tournament and whatever you've got, which you are pretty sure not gonna, don't spoil. But I'm glad you did what you did to make it a separate tournament. I don't know how that's gonna work. We'll talk about that later. But I'm proud that you did that move, and I think that was very smart and mature. That was really, really good. That probably saved you a lot of trouble. So I'll give you that. And that was a good move. But yes, the reason why I wanted Oddballs to be in Bloody Wars is because, I never told Josh this, but I wanted to be in charge of hearing from all of you guys, the players, as well as the audience at home, what oddballs you guys would love to see. And I guess you hear Jose mentioned Tetris like 14 billion times. And Jose,
I think it's more of an attack towards me. It's more of an attack towards me. So like that.
Jose told you about the pinball?
No, it was just me. No, it was just Jose because he knows I hate and I despise Tetris.
Okay. Yeah, like we get, it's been a running. Again, Tetris has probably been one of the biggest running gags in Bloody Wars. I think I'll safely say that. But the thing is, it would just, not now, but it would be nice to do something like that. Because, you want to, the thing about, like, the entertainment and media is when you have a running joke, sometimes you want to, take that running joke seriously and then one day be like, you know what, we had it as a running gag. What could happen? But the thing is with the oddballs, we want to make sure, we want to have fun, but the most important thing is we have to make sure that the oddball fits the same, and if anybody can back this up on me, I want the oddball to fit the same as a fighting game. So it doesn't have to be a fighting game, but like the tech and you know what I'm saying, Josh? Like,
yeah, I get that, but I would be interesting, but at the same time, it would be extremely complex. Steven Lucas popping into
that's where
this.
I come in.
Yeah, Steven Lucas is popping in the chat saying super puzzle. Yeah, but Street Fighter is a Street Fighter game, but I don't know if it's a fighting game.
So the oddball idea an oddball idea I have, it's a great idea, but it's a risky idea So this is again why I should have it as my idea, and I should be in charge of picking that when it comes to stuff like that, because I have to make sure that games that like stuff like that, because like you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta be in charge of that because it's only just to get. It's only because I want to keep an eye on what actually is and could work for Bloody Wars like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to kind of keep that as I just be in charge of that from now on going forward. Let Josh, you keep NFL Blitz as a thing. Keep that.
We're trying to do that more of as a side tournament, more of like a Bloody Wars thing. Like we're just trying to, instead of like doing it as an actual a Bloody Wars thing, we're just gonna not go off brand anymore. I mean, we can have side tournaments where we'll be like, oh hey, JP Pitts is doing this, or oh Brandon's doing back and bell or some shit like
so
that.
So the thing is with it again, as y'all know, I host King's Carnivalcade, and you know King's Carnivalcade it's been going nicely, and you know I just thought, and again, as with King's Carnivalcade that I just thought it would have been an idea to again there's that, but. Again, it was just an idea. It was an idea I wanted to test the waters and be like, hey, you know, so I see Norbert mentioning another one. So I see him mentioning Jackie Chan. What is that? The
Jackie Chan Kung Fu. That's an actual fighting game, believe it or
that
not.
One would be, like, that might be a great oddball. That one's going to be a great oddball. And for those who I have messaged, some of you guys who I've messaged, I know I mentioned the Outfoxies. The Outfoxies by Namco would have been a great outball. Maybe a great oddball from, I don't know. But it's like stuff like, you want like stuff like that. So if that makes more sense.
No, I think we all get what you're saying, Brian. I think like, what's it called? I like Norbert just pointed out Kung Fu, Jackie Chan Kung Fu Masters. Like that is a fighting game that you can actually play. It's more of like the left or the right, and the left rep means like a non-popular games such as Tattoo Assassins or like games that you've never heard of, like Warlords. Like who's ever heard of Warlords compared to right fighting games, like right hand fighting games like Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur, Tekken, Street Fighter. Those games that you know how to play, and those are the ones that you really looking. Oh, and by the way, for anyone that's watching. For Power Stone, I am considering it a right game of Power Stone because it needs to be, and I will destroy you. That's my reasoning. So.
Okay, yes, we know you can destroy the power. We know you can destroy the Power Stone. Like, but the thing is again, I would really love to keep this idea, but I think instead of choosing games that are outside the fighting genre. Well, I mean, honestly, it would just go back to I think to like picking. I think it would just go back to like picking games that are in that genre, but they're just, I guess, bizarre fighting games. Like I still want us to keep that oddball idea.
Right.
I think it would really help the tournament.
Well, I mean, for sure. I mean, I feel like the oddball as well. Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt to do them. I just
maybe like. Not all every month, but like, oh, can I also make another recommendation? If I can ask the super chat and do this?
Get ready, chat. He's going to ask you guys something. It'll probably be a hard one. So go ahead, Brandon.
Well, it might be. Well, we'll see how everybody feels. But I was thinking. So, I was kind of thinking, even though. So, let's say, and I don't think this would ever happen with the fact that Steven Lucas has almost every fighting game list. By the way, I don't know if you have that, but I think that could be very crucial to future Bloody Wars tournaments. Do you have that list that Steve, when you guys did that best of 7?
I could probably you could easily look that up on Orcade, but that's besides the point.
Well, no. Steven Lucas made a perfect list. He made a perfect list of every fighter in Galloping Ghost Arcade. And it's probably, there's not one fighter that's missing. Some of them don't have 2-player, but he has every fighter.
Right.
He's got everything.
He'd probably use Orcade for that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Well, even if he did, it's So again, but that could be very crucial to you making more Bloody Wars stuff because again, he's got everything listed. That's something very crucial that I think you should have. So that way, going into another tournament, you can have that list, and you can start. You can plan more tournaments easy. Like it'll be so easy for you, Josh, to look at that list and be like, oh, I got another Bloody Wars coming up, but I don't have any idea what to do. And then you can just look at that list, and you can look at it, and it can help you pick your next tournament throughout the whole year. It'll be so easy for you. It'll make your life so easy, dude. I mean,
No, I
that's just what
get
I would
that.
do. It would make your life so easy, dude. Trust me. Then you wouldn't have to like come to us like for help, and then you could just look at that list and be like, oh, well, okay, I finished this last tournament. Now I can work on this next tournament. But what game should I pick? Oh, let me look at Steven Lucas's big list, and then you just look through that and you can buy something.
Right. No, I figured, but
But the other thing, but the other thing I was going to include though is, I think it was, what was it? I think it was definitely. See, Norbert gets it. I'm reading the chat. Yeah, Norbert, he says King has a point. I'm like, yeah, dude, it would make your life so easy. But yeah, man, I mean, because again, when I work for my job, we always sit down and, we talk with everybody. We talk with everybody, talk to you, talk to the players. The same thing in my job, like I talk to my barista team, and I talk with them, and we all work together. Like, because, at the end of the day, man, this tournament is all about teamwork. The reason why I joined you guys is because I treat this like a second job. I work hard, and I think of my own ideas to try it. And does every idea work? No, but does it not hurt for me to try? Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, it's all about trying or failing. So,
we appreciate that, Brandon. I mean, just hearing that alone is like, yeah, that's pretty awesome to hear.
like literally being a part, I will say, as I am part of this stream, like being a part of Bloody Wars has been a really fun time. Like, do you know how many times I go to like tournaments outside of the FGC community and I wish I could help out in this stuff so bad. Like, like any fighting games or anything, and I want to be a part of it because it's a decent community. And when you invited me on to Bloody Wars as your bloody right hand man, I was happy because I said to myself, I was like, you know what, this is my chance to make something out of myself and help Josh. And it's at the end of the day, you chose me as your bloody right hand man, and that is what I'm doing. Like, that's what I'm doing. When every Monday when I come to Monday Mystery Game, and Norbert will show up maybe, Jose, Steven Lucas, Damien, even Damien, I want to hear them out. As your bloody right hand man, it is my job in a way to hear out our players. That's what I do because I like hearing feedback, and then I report it to you, and that's something that I want to continue doing for everybody here because you guys are all, again, not just the host of Bloody Wars and crew, players, you guys are also all of my friends, and I care very much about you deeply. Like, that's how much I care. Because I don't want something like Bloody Wars to crash and burn because of a little issue or situation.
We on top, baby. We a dominating force. Not gonna be, because we've been a dominating force for a
And with
while
everything
now.
going on, and again, there's other things going on around Bloody Wars, not just us picking new games. Like, we have to pay attention to other stuff that's going on. Like, you got other tournaments that are near around you guys, like T20 and the pinball stuff. There's a lot to keep track of. And the reason why I'm the bloody right hand man is because, again, I look at other tournaments and see what they're doing, and I look at that and I spectate it and go, hey, maybe we can learn something. I can take notes, and that's all. It's all about looking and see how other people are running things.
No, I appreciate that. Before we get into it, I mean, now that you're on the phone, I think it's best to say, I just saw Steven Lucas popping on Discord. He was just mentioning about, GGA having a roof leak. Your thoughts on that?
The roof leak? So, when was the roof leak? Yesterday?
It started yesterday,
Yesterday, because I was at home.
It was yesterday.
So, how
Yeah, talk to them while I gotta do something.
So, well, because I thought you were talking about, because this isn't actually the first time they had a leak. They had a leak at Pinball too. So I think that's the one Steven was benching. So I didn't hear about this one by Crazy Taxi and the driver. Was it in the driver's room?
Yeah. Hold that thought, King, real quick. I've got a important phone call to attend to. Just hold that thought, and we will continue this stream. Just give us like a couple minutes, folks. We will be right back. Just give us a minute. All right, and we are back. You know, I've been thinking about this while we've, if I'm like tuning, like if I had to take a break or like not take a break, but like there's a time where things are happening. I think it would be best if I play like a little video advertisement, so that way like everyone's not just staring at this big ass black screen for a while. It's not really a black screen, but like it's something. And oh, there he is. What's popping? Yeah, yeah, we should be. All right, so yeah, your thoughts on it was on the driving section. It was started on the driving row. It started by like I'd say behind Double Dragon and by like what is it? Not by Crazy Taxi, but the one next to that.
So was it a lot of water?
It was for a little, like, so it was a little bit at the beginning. Like, she was the one that caught that, and then it just turned into a big mess from there.
But no machines got damaged with anything?
No, not at all.
That's so crazy how nothing got damaged. Because with these old arcade games, there's not a lot of coverage inside. Water can leak in easily, and it can damage them very, very quickly. So it's incredible how they were able to quickly react and save a machine. The same thing happened with Rolling Thunder 2 / Sky Shark, I believe, next to the Great 1,000 Mile Rally. It happened over there too with that water. There was a water leakage over that too. So it's incredible how. Well, first thing I do always got to say is shout out to Doc Mack and you and all the entire team of GGA for keeping the place stable. Because it takes a lot to react to situations like that when you guys have to keep monitoring over God knows how many machines at this point heading into game 1,000. But there is so much for you guys to keep track of that it's insanely stressful. And, it's hard. It's hard. Just as much hard as, keeping track of stuff for Bloody Wars. So, shout out to you and all of you guys and Doc for, responding to situations like that. Because I bet that's so stressful. Like, again, kudos to you. Now, something else I really need to mention is you mentioned how you mentioned the power rankings Well, the first thing I gotta say is how the heck did I get a fifth? I'm not gonna keep this all about that, but I'm just shocked that I'm in fifth. But I mean, yeah, thank you. I do want to say thank you to all of you guys for giving the cool kudos of me being in the fifth in the ranking.
It was great. I mean, I had to top 5, and then we got to see Brandon take it like first. I think with Izzy, it was really close, and like Izzy was winning for a minute. I'm just like, what's going on?
I really didn't expect. When I went up to the cabinet, I personally thought to myself, going up against Izzy, I was like, okay, it's the champion. It's getting the same situation with when I fought Damien, when I fight Norbert, any of the big pros, that I'm going to get knocked out in less than, 30 seconds or something. And
Right.
then, he had the first round. I think he had the first round.
He did.
And then, as I was playing, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be right back at that microphone. And then, literally, the next thing I knew, I somehow got him. And I was like, what? Wait, did I just knock out the champion off the bracket? Whoa.
You sure did.
I'm like, I don't think that's how that's supposed to happen. So, yeah, I was really shocked about it when I sat back down. Josh, I know you were shocked about it. I personally did not expect it. It was wild. But speaking of Norbert, so I also want everybody to know this. So at this moment, and Norbert even told me this. Norbert said in the tournament while the tournament was going on, he said someone's gonna walk out a two-time Bloody Wars champion, and he was right. I don't know if he was expecting it to be him, but he was not wrong about what he said. Because with Bahina still in that tournament, I personally thought it was also going to be Bahina. Because, Bahina hasn't been around in a while, and it was like, I personally thought it was going to be him too. Did you?
Right. I thought so too. He looked good out there.
It was really close to call. So even I was like, okay, if Norbert's 100% right. But it could be him or it could be Bahina. Because, again, both of them played really good. They both got to be the first ever champion and then the second champion for a reason. Because they fought their butts off. And it's like, it was anybody's game and it was legit. But yeah, Norbert is now a two-time Bloody Wars champion, which I think everybody should take notice of that right now. Because now that he's a dude, look at the track record now he's done. Look at this track record. So he had the hardcore belt at the time. And then two-time Bloody Wars champion. He's the Bloody Wars MVP. He's pushing.
Yeah.
He is honestly pushing. So, I personally think Norbert is making the tournament a very, very, very complex. He's making it known that he's here to keep fighting. He really is.
Let me know what you guys think the next Bloody Wars game should be. Let me know in the chat.
Are you making the vote right now?
I'm not voting. I'm just getting suggestions.
Honestly,
Because I've already got a game locked in for March. I've already got it locked in, but I'm just trying to see, just some good ideas just in case.
I just want the tournament. If I could, preach to this, I want March. Is March gonna be? Because it's like before spring, isn't it?
I think so.
So something else we need to take note of is C2E2. So
Oh,
as we all know, C2E2 will be around the corner, Josh. So I think your March game should really, really be good because it's going to be springtime. The weather will be lightening up, and I think you should pick something. You should really pick something that should kick off the spring season because with the spring season coming up, it's going to get warmer. People are going to start coming out outside. There goes Jose with Magical Tetris challenge.
Jose, say Tetris one more time. Just say it one more time.
Don't ban Eddie. Don't ban Jose.
Just say it one more time. Go ahead. I'm waiting, but go ahead.
Don't. fighting game. See, now, if only, unfortunately, with things and standards from the man himself, Doc Mack, I would say the grid, but the grid is unfortunately off limits. It is off limits. So we can't
We're
do that,
not.
but I don't know.
Brandon, I'm just gonna note this now. Just note this now. In the Bloody Wars tournament, that word you just said, besides Jose saying that T word, we're not saying that either. The G word is not being mentioned ever again due to, that was pretty ugly after the stream. So we're not saying that name again.
Well, I think you knew what I was talking about, and I respect that. But the thing is, we can't use that. But, I mean, a team-based fighting game could be cool. I don't know how everybody in the chat would feel about it. Norbert just threw that idea out. I don't know what team-based fighting game... Well, honestly, I think a beat-em-up could work, because that's co-op.
What did we just talk about with the all branding?
I know, but, well, I mean, it's not, again, you don't have to go with that.
Okay,
But
well, if we're doing an off-brand, we're just doing a side tournament for that. If we're just gonna be off-branding now, especially, oh my god, especially when we just had conversation about going off-brand.
Well, you said a team-based fighting game, and I don't know what team-based fighting game there is.
Tekken Tag Team, MVC2.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a couple. I'm sure there's a couple, not really off-brand, but maybe they exist.
Right, like we have Tekken Tag Team, we have MVC2, like games like that. I think that's what he's talking about.
I see somebody mentioning Harbor vs. CBS2. I think that was Damien. Is that Damien that mentioned that?
Yep.
I was gonna say that one we haven't seen. I know what is it? The Fallen. There was is it Capcom versus SNK2? Is that what he's mentioning?
Something like, I mean, he would have said NCK too, but I think that's what he said.
I think that's the cabinet next to. Isn't it next to Tattoo Assassins?
It is.
You know, that one wouldn't be bad either, because I walked by that cabinet. I've been walking by that cabinet. It's been looking crisp, my dude. Like, every time I walk by it, I look at the screen and I go, oh my god, it's so bright, it's so clean. It's so clean. It's so clean you can eat off of it. Not literally eat off of it, but you know what I mean. Like, it's that nice. So,
You've been around Starbucks too much, my friend.
That doesn't even have nothing to do with the company. It's just a metaphor. But anyway, it is a nice looking cabinet right now. So I mean, maybe something to think about heading toward the summer. The summer, or
I've seen a lot of people coming off with like a lot of Capcom games.
Well, you have to remember Capcom is one of the big It's one of the biggest game companies that makes fighters. So Norbert mentioning the game that was on the second episode of King's Carnival, Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Just say it, it was in your show.
But I used it before Bloody Wars, and if I used it before Bloody Wars, that should be a sign.
Yeah, sure. Oh, DSP saying Alpha 2. That is a good game.
Which one? Alpha 2?
Yeah.
So wait a minute, is everybody throwing suggestions for like March? Or what are these like?
Well, in general too, because I mean, I've got like a game locked in already. I'm just trying to see what other good games are there. Cause like, I got two suggestions. Like I got two of them. So like, one, it's easy to get access to, and two, the second one, I would have to convince Doc on, cause.
Oh, well then I would be careful with that, because I would personally be careful with that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Doc might be chill with it, but
we'll see.
when it comes to certain things,
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But I think it's gonna be pretty good seeing different people. Like Capcom's a big organization, believe it or not. So.
Steven Lucas. Oh wait, Steven Lucas wrote in the chat. King just throughout the game you told me. What was that game I told you, Steven? Do you remember? I don't remember how long ago was that conversation.
I'm pretty sure he would have told you if he would have remembered.
Well, because, we always talk about, like, ideas and stuff sometimes. And I know with him starting to do streaming, which, again...
Michelle's asking when will the March game be announced. Probably.
No.
What's that?
You didn't set the date for that yet, right?
I set the date for March. I don't know specifically what date. Maybe mid-March or maybe late March, depending. Who knows? But
Okay, here we go. Yeah, it was mid-March. So I just looked in the stream. So yeah, the stream chat in front of me says, well, he said you could see Soul Calibur 2, which again, Soul Calibur 2. If Jose is still in the stream chat, I believe I know that's a really interesting game at Prince Arcades too. So Soul Calibur 2 could also be interesting as well because Galvin Ghost does have that. And then he mentioned the outboxies. Okay, I want everybody's opinion on this. Who has played in the stream chat the outboxies by Namco? It is literally basically, in my opinion, it is like Namco's equivalent to Super Smash Brothers. I'm pretty sure everybody has played a certain Smash Brothers game at least once. So, I mean, I personally would love to see the outboxies in Bloody Wars one day, Josh, because that's such a good, it's a decent game. It's literally just like Smash Brothers, but like not Smash Brothers, because all you have to do is like, you literally just pick up weapons, and the way the game is designed is literally like Smash, where your character can be like on the other side, the camera zooms out, a lot of space. Definitely one I would think about going into Bloody Wars this year. Especially I think Doc also talked about the outbox at a certain point.
Right.
I heard about it and I played it, and I think it's decent.
Right, for sure.
It would be really interesting to see the outboxes. I would love, personally in my opinion, that was one of the quote-unquote oddball ideas I wanted for Bloody Wars is the outboxies. That would be a nice game. I don't know how everybody else feel about it, but that was just something I think personally would be nice. Because again, it's you can get the direct capture hooked up, and it's easy for you guys to set up, and for Tom to set up, so he can just hook that up, step to the side, you come in and do your thing.
Right. I mean that. Well, no, I appreciate your thoughts, Brandon. I mean, I think this is a good place for us to like collect our thoughts and get back to just thinking about like some different games and just reflecting on what we've talked about in the stream chat. I think this is a good place to
And again, I'm glad you accepted the fact of letting me be on the stream with the amazing folks, because again, I do stuff. I stream at home, and I always think about the stream schedule and what I want to do, like way in advance. Right now, a couple technical difficulties that I'm going through. It might be the bad luck kicking in, but who knows? But the thing is, when I sit down at my desk, just like you, I'm sure, I plan it out, I look at it, but I also listen to the players and the people too, because I listen to an audience. Like for example, Jose gave me a game to stream very long ago. That's just the same as the Monday Mystery game, Fully Rula. It was Joe Anki, and I at first had negative thoughts. I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna like Joe Anki. It may not be good. And then the day I streamed it, I loved it. It was hilarious.
Right.
And I told Jose, dude, thanks for this. This is funny. It was a trip. And it's fun listening to your friends and your players and people throwing suggestions all the time.
Right, absolutely. No. Well, thank you, Brandon. I mean, this might be like the good time to like, figure out what we want from there. But I mean, they think we're gonna cut the stream a little bit, as of right now. But I appreciate you being on here, giving us your thoughts and everything, and as always, being part of the Bloody Wars crew, as filling in that spot for us, and being part of everything. So we appreciate everything. Thanks for tuning in, man, and I'll see you later on.
Last thing I want to say before I go is again, I care about all of you guys. If you're my YouTube, Josh, you're my dude. Same for Sam. I know Sam's not in the chat or anywhere, but I'm pretty sure she knows. She's my bestie too. All of you guys guys all know, when I'm on the arcade floor, you all come first as, dudes and dudettes. And yeah, I want Bloody Wars to be a nice tournament for all of us to keep coming back to and having a good time. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna go get dinner. But yeah, thank you, Josh, for letting me come on here, and hopefully you'll have me on again as your bloody right hand man to provide side commentary and help you figure stuff out with Bloody Wars, because I want to keep helping you, dude.
Well, I appreciate that, Brandon. I appreciate everything you've been providing and stuff. We appreciate your time, and we will talk to you eventually later on.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go get dinner. Goodbye, y'all. See
All right.
y'all soon.
See you guys. See you, Brandon. All right, and that was Brandon, ladies and gentlemen, and yeah, good times from him. And we're gonna wrap things up, and I'm getting the lovely signal that I am right now. So this is this is a great start to this year of 2024. If you guys have suggestions, definitely leave them down in the comments below. Until then, folks, this is JP Pitts, your host of the Bloody Wars Tournament. For more information on how you can sign up today, just visit www.bloody-wars-tournament.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this stream. It's been awesome having you guys on. And as always, we'll see